Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Right, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the films I've watched over the last week and a half or so. It's probably been about a week and a half I've watched all these films. So what we've got two films that I watched at the cinema, we've got two films that I streamed, and the other four films I've got on physical media. So 8 films in total. So I'm going to go through them with you, give you my thoughts on them, and yeah, I guess we can go from there. All right, let's start off with a bang, shall we? And start off with F1. So F1 stars Brad Pitt as Sonny, and he is a retired F1 driver. He's still got the love of driving, so at the start of this film you see him doing the Daytona race. So we've got the F1 team, so it is, what's the name of that F1 team? Apex? So that's the name of this team. So they're a struggling F1 team. Bottom of the constructors and the drivers both bottom. So the owner, he used to be a teammate with Brad Pitt. So Sonny, we'll call him Sonny. So he asks Sonny for help to try and help the team obviously climb up the sort of ladder, if you like, and you know, help him out basically, because if they don't move up the table, then they're basically going to get kicked out of F1 and he's going to lose everything, the owner. So that's pretty much the sort of main plot of the film. They've got a young rookie driver who's a good driver, and they basically want the old guy to come in and you know, stir things up, help him out, and take them from there. So the director, who was that? Same director who done Top Gun 2. So if you love Top Gun Maverick, then I mean, I love Top Gun Maverick, and I really like this film as well. I thought it was great. I like F1 as well, so I'm not too sure if you don't like F1 that you'll like this film. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's got great action. All the car scenes were great. Action, it was funny. So for me personally, I really enjoyed it. If I had one gripe, just one, about the film, because I was thinking I went with my bro to watch it, and we both come out of there both saying, yeah, it was a really good film. And then I thought about it for a few days after, and I was like, there was one thing, just one thing. This will be a spoiler, so if you haven't seen the film and you're watching this video, I would probably fast forward the next 20 seconds, 40, just call it a minute, just to be safe. And then I won't ruin it for you, okay? I'll just leave it a few seconds, so if you do fast forward it. Right, so my one gripe was, I mean, they're near the bottom of the pile, and then bam, they create, you know, she creates this wing, and from this wing they suddenly become some kind of like next level supercar, which brings them up, and obviously at the end you see what happens at the end. Now if we're trying to compare this to the actual real F1, now, who's at the bottom of the real F1 rankings? Is it Alpine? Is it Alpine or whoever it is? That's at the bottom. Now, if you slapped a wing on their car, this super wing, I'm pretty sure they would still not finish in the top 5 unless something drastic happens, you know. So that was my only sort of okay. So that wing they've got, that is some next level super wing. so yeah, but forgetting that, the film was great. I loved it. So yeah, so that was F1. Right, so the next film, because I watched F1, so as soon as I got home that night, I was like, what can I watch? And I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but I am a big Sly fan. All these films here are all Sly films on this row here. So I've got a big Sly collection. Most of it, I'll probably say I've got 90%, maybe 85% of his films. Anyway, going off topic here. So I thought, do you know what? Let me watch Driven. This is DVD copy. I've had this absolutely ages, as you can tell. I don't know what's happened to that. It's been in lofts, it's been in boxes. So yeah, it's been through the walls. This the casing's been through the walls. The disc itself is still banging. Yeah, not a scratch on it. Yeah, not a scratch on it. So that is still intact. Right. As for the film, I've not seen this film in years. You know, when it first came out, I watched it. Probably watched it a few times after that as well, and then that was pretty much it. Because as you see, it's still a DVD copy, so I don't even know if there's a Blu-ray copy out there. But this is kind of this is more IndyCar. This one with F1 style cars. This film, so they're basically going around, you know, in circles. For this one, so you got it's a similar kind of concept. You've got the young rookie driver, his name is Jimmy, but he is challenging for the title. And then you've got what's the name of that other guy? He's the main guy, he's currently the leader, Brandenburg. So he's currently the leader, and then they bring in Sly's character, who's called Joe in this, to come in and again help out the team and see if they can help push Jimmy to win this IndyCar race. And let me know if you've seen this or any of the films I'm talking about, and tell me your thoughts as well. I think because I just watched F1 I walked out of there and I really enjoyed that. This ended up being okay only. I ended up being, so as much as I love Sly's films, watching this I was like, yeah, it's okay, you know. It was a fun watch, so I didn't not like it, but it was just one of those. It was about 90 odd minutes, or was it a bit longer? Could have been a bit longer actually, but it was fine. It was fine. I still enjoyed it. So yeah. So that was my next watch. So Driven. Okay, so this next film came more of a recommendation. I saw it on Jodie's Movie Realm channel, and I'm sure there was a few others from the Loons group that watched this film, and as far as I'm aware, most of them liked it. Most of them. So my review is going to be a bit controversial, if you like, on what I thought of it. So, and it is Straw Dogs with Dustin Hoffman. So I've got the Blu-ray copy. There's 2 discs here. I'm not even sure it's the right casing because it barely fits. So you've got 2 discs, but all on one side, so it kind of rattles around in there. So yeah. So I'm going to start straight off the bat. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get on with it at all. I just didn't get on with it at all. I'm going to put it out there now. This is going to be a spoiler review for this film. So if you haven't seen it, yeah, fast forward, just get past this stage basically. It just didn't, I don't know what it was with this film. So when it started, I just knew straight off the bat that it was going to be like a weird film. So they moved to this new place. So Dustin Hoffman with his missus, and his missus's ex lives in this place, and him and his pals, they're all like a bunch of weirdos. It's the only way I can describe how they came across. It was like they're all like just weird people. But it was just the start of this film. When she got out of the car and started walking, the camera just focused in. She was wearing a jumper, and the camera just focused in on her breast. And obviously you can tell it's cold because you know you can cut glass with what you seeing. So I was like, okay, let it slide. I watched it all just to let you know. I finished the film, watched it all, and these guys, they all go to this pub, and this pub's just weird as well. And they start working on his house, doing the roof on his house. And when they're there, I'm just giving you bits of the film, not like the whole film, but they're staring into the house to see if they can get a glimpse of his missus, and she's walking around like, well, one of the times she's walking around with like basically no top on, and you've got no curtains or anything to cover up, so obviously everyone's looking inside. I mean, you're kind of just inviting what was going to happen. You're kind of, but yeah, it was just weird. I did laugh at one scene. One scene I found funny. It was, I'm just going to say it straight. Basically, her ex, I'm pretty sure it was her ex, knocked on the door. She invited him in. Dustin Hoffman's out like with the other guy shooting, but I'm pretty sure he ended up on his own. He ended up, and then basically she gets raped, and I wasn't sure if she was enjoying it or not, because she was screaming at first, and I was like, ooh, okay, and then sort of kissed him back, and then I thought, oh, okay, maybe she's enjoying it. Oh, and then from there, another guy comes in, and he has a shotgun up, and then he gets involved, and he basically starts going from the rear. That she didn't like. she didn't like, but it wasn't even that. Fast forward past that bit, and this is the bit I started laughing at. She's at Dustin Hoffman's character comes home. She's in bed having a cigarette. That got me. I'm not gonna lie. That got me. I was like, normally when you see stuff like this, you have a cigarette after you've just like enjoyed. I mean, not me personally. I'm just from other films you've seen, when a couple do something, then you spark up a cigarette. She sparked up a cigarette, and then Dustin Hoffman's character walks in. They sort of have a half chat. But yeah, I did laugh at that scene. So yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about Straw Dogs. I didn't get on with it. Did not get on with it at all. So sorry guys, it's one of them. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Straw Dogs. Sorry about the glare. Tell me if you guys have seen it. I know you guys have seen it, the loons lot, but if anyone else has seen this, and what do they think? Alright, so yeah, that's Straw Dogs. Right, so next up is Heads of State, and this has got, is it Idris Elba? Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. He plays the Prime Minister, and then you've got John Cena, who plays the President of the US. This was funny. This had me laughing. It was funny, action packed. Yeah, just had a bit of everything. This did. So you've got like I said, President and the Prime Minister. They don't like each other. Basically, they've got to they go on this flight to try and be together, to show the world that they're trying to sort of bring peace and everything together. So the two of them together sends a message to the rest of the world that they are trying to sort things out. So this plane, I'm not going to really give any spoilers away, I'm not going to say too much, but the plane gets sort of taken down, and the two of them have to work together to try and get back, basically, and then there's people after them who are trying to kill them. So that's basically the plot of this film. But it's a very fun film. It's fun. I had a good time with this one. Watched it with Joyce. She really liked it as well. So yeah, action packed and funny. So yeah, let me know if you've seen it. But yeah, can't go wrong with this one, I don't think, anyways, in my opinion. So yeah, that's Heads of State. Right, so next up is 28 Years Later. So obviously I went to the cinema to watch this one. So I went with work colleague Jake, and we watched this one together. I didn't watch the previous two. I was going to try and recap before this film, but I didn't manage it. And I hadn't seen those films in, it's been so long, I've completely forgot about them. So went into this one just sort of fresh, if you like, with a fresh look to this film. So where do we start with this film? So it starts off with a young kid, called Jimmy at the start, and they're in a house, and they're all in one room, got the TV on, Teletubbies is on, and you can hear commotion going on outside, and it's the infected. They've gotten in and they're basically on a rampage to kill everyone. Jimmy manages to sort of escape and make his way to a church where you see a priest in there, and the priest is praying away, and Jimmy manages to find some shelter in there and hides, and then the priest pretty much gets it. So once he's done, then all the infected leave, Jimmy's safe, and then we go to basically 28 years later we go to, and where do we end up? So we end up with it's kind of like Walking Dead-ish, if you like, to a point. They've kind of made their own campsite now, so it's safe. They've kind of like, no one can get in, the infected can't get there, so they're safe. And then you've got this walk, this quite long walk from their campsite to the mainland, is that what they called it? To the mainland, where all the infected are. So they're safe where they are, but the mainland is over the other side. And this walk, you can only go across during the day when the tide is low. So you can see the long walkway when the tide is low. And when it gets late, tide gets high, and then it's covered by water, so you can't, you know, if you're out there, then you're out there. You ain't getting back, basically. You're not. So we go to 3 characters we go to after, which pretty much drive the story. So you got the mum and dad, and so the kid's called Spike. The mum, who's not well, she's called, is it Isla? And dad's called Jamie. Dad's cool. So dad brings his son for the first time into the mainland, just to, how to say, make him a man, if you like. So teach him the ways. So he's got his bow and arrow, and he tries to teach him how to sort of shoot your bows, basically your arrows. He brings him in. So they get. I'm not going to delve too much into the storyline, because this storyline, it kind of like it's kind of like two separate parts to this. I mean, let me start by saying I didn't get on with this film. There were parts of this film where it looked like it was going somewhere. Like when they did go out there, they ended up getting sort of stuck, and you see this kind of alpha infected who was some next level. He's bigger, he's faster, he's stronger, and I thought that'll be pretty good. And when I'm not going to delve into the scenes too much, but when he was kind of chasing them, I didn't mind that bit. I didn't mind. Actually, I quite enjoyed that bit, because I thought that's where it was going to go. It was all about this alpha infected person and his tribe who kind of follow him. But it didn't really go anywhere after that. I mean, he was in and around. It was basically about Spike led the film after that. He's good. He's good. Not going to say he's not good. He was he was the lead character. He was good. So when they got back to the other side, basically because his mum's not well, he knows there's he finds out there's a doctor in the mainland. So he now has to get his mum across to the mainland and get her to this doctor to see if he can save her. So that's where the story basically goes. After that, it's about him going across and get her over to the mainland, and it just goes. I don't know. I mean, me personally, it wasn't for me. I was bored at that point. I mean, there was just weird stuff happening, especially with. I'm not going to ruin it for anyone. It was just how these infected, they can't end up family-like. I'm not going to say too much more than that. It was just weird what happened after that. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. I just didn't get on with it. And then I know everyone's talking about the ending. In the ending, I thought it was quite fun how it ended. But I won't say too much more than that. But like I said, I was with Jake at the cinema with this one. I didn't say anything to him during the course of this film because I thought he might be enjoying it. So I kind of just kept quiet, watched the film, and we sort of turned to each other at the end. And I can tell he didn't like it, so I was kind of, it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. So yeah. But let me know if you liked it. Obviously, that's the beauty of opinions. Like, some people like things, some people don't like things. For me personally, I just didn't get on with it. But tell me if you liked it. I mean, there's going to be people that liked it. So yeah, it's great to have opinions. So yeah, let me know. So yeah, that was 28 years later. Right, so next up, I'm going to show you 2-in-1 It for this one. So next up, because Superman is coming out next week, I was like, let me dive into some Superman stuff. So not the films, but the first one, Death of Superman. So this is the steelbook. So let me just show you the steelbook before I delve into this. So, right, so there's the front and back of it. There's your Blu-ray disc. Let me just show you the artwork if there is. There's not much artwork in. There's a little bit of artwork, but that's the artwork on the inside. So yeah, Death of Superman. If you all know Superman, I'm sure everyone's seen Death of Superman. This is great. I really enjoy it. I've seen this before. Not sure how many times I've watched this, but I hadn't seen it for at least 5 years. I hadn't seen it, so I was like, let me watch it again. So Death of Superman, what's there to say about this film? It's basically a battle between the Justice League and Doomsday, and then Superman and Doomsday. So Doomsday is this indestructible being that basically can't be stopped. He is some next level, deals with everything, powerful, big, and as you know from the title, we all know what happens. But yeah, this is great. This is great. But yeah, let me know if you've seen Death of Superman. So yeah, so because I watched this, I thought it was only right to watch Reign of the Supermen. So this basically continues 6 months after the death of Superman, and then we've got 4 different Supermen. Superboy, you've got one that's half cyborg Superman. So you've got 4 different, and they all claim to be the Superman trying to help out. But it's more about what's coming with this one. So there's something else, Darkseid basically. He's come through the other world, and they have to help and come get him through. And then, you know, this is where we see the resurrection of the actual Superman. This one. So yeah, I enjoyed this. Wasn't as good as Death of Superman, but definitely enjoyable. So let me just show you the steelbook here. So there's your front and back, and Blu-ray disc, and the artwork. There you go, and there's the artwork inside. So yeah, so that was Reign of Superman. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was okay. It was watchable, but Death of Superman was better. So yeah, there's Reign of the Supermen. So that's that one. Right, last but not least, we've got a film called Fight or Flight. Now this stars Josh Hartnett, who he's been in loads of stuff before. I'm trying to think of films. I've said loads, and one that comes top of my head is the Faculty. I know that's had a 4K release fairly recently as well, The Faculty, and that was a great film as well. I haven't seen it for so long, but yeah, Josh Hartnett. So we start off. He's in Bangkok, Thailand. He's in Thailand, and you've got this team who hire him to basically get on this flight to capture this person. I'm not going to give it away. To basically get this person who's referred to as the Ghost. So he's got no idea what they look like. I say they because I don't want to put a sort of he or she on it. So I'll just say this. I should have just said the person. This person. So this person is called the Ghost or Ghost. So he doesn't know what this person looks like. All he knows is that this person is on this flight and he has to bring this person back to this company alive. So that's his job, that's his task. And when he gets on this flight, he then realises that this flight is full of assassins. And these assassins are after this person, Ghost, and they're after to kill Josh Hartnett's character as well. So this flight turns into a mass brawl. It turns into it's so good. It's so good. I'd say that some of the killings in it are just some next level killings. It was fun, action packed. It was funny. It just had everything. It had everything. You just see all types of people getting involved in the fighting as well. It was a really good watch. It was a really good watch. That's on Prime, that one. So let me know if you guys have seen that as well. But yeah, that's another thumbs up from me anyways, Fight or Flight. So yeah, really enjoyed that one as well. So yeah, that's my 8 films that I've watched over the last week and a half, 2 weeks max, probably just under, all these films. So I've had a pretty good week, to be fair. I mean, last week or the week before, I did a video where nothing went well for me. But this week, I've had some fun this week with these action, comedy, a few that I didn't get on with, but you're never going to get a full round of films that you're going to like every single thing on. But yeah, that's it for this week, guys. But tell me what you think. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't like. Tell me if you agree with some of the things. I know some of you are going to disagree with what I've said as well, but you know, that's the beauty of opinions. That is. So yeah. So as always, guys, throw me a like and sub if you're enjoying this, and I guess I'll catch you Thursday. Got something planned for next weekend, but we'll get to that. But yeah, I'll probably see you Thursday first, and then we'll take it from there. All right, guys. All right. Take care. Enjoy the weekend. See ya.